Hey, it's Renee from Renee's Bookends, and I am getting back to you after a distance of not doing any videos. I've been a little under the weather, and I'm back now, and let's get to it. I'm going to be doing books by authors today, and then I'll talk about something at the very end about a giveaway that I'll be doing later on. Okay, let me put my phone on silent. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, one of the first ones is called Memories Wake by Catalina Leon. It is I just got this. It's book one of the Memories Wake trilogy. It sounds pretty interesting. It's lost in a world full of monstrous fairies. A troubled 16-year-old has to find out who she is and why her memories were stolen before she is found by those who want her dead. She takes the name Memory and knows she has just one goal: to find her way home, wherever that is. But this land is strange, no technology to be seen, and iron is banned, thanks to a pact the humans have with the magical creatures who share their pre-industrial era world. In her t-shirt and torn jeans, Memory knows she's different even before she performs impossible magic. Haunted by her past, chased by a dragon, wanted to be the king, and stalked by the strange, handsome savage that seems to know her, everyone is after Memory, and she suspects it's not just for her eye-catching outfit. This is a special book, I think, that it has illustrations in it that are just beautiful, beautiful illustrations, and they're all throughout the book. They're so pretty, and whoever did the artwork it's just beautiful. I don't know if she did it herself or not, but the illustrations are just wonderful, and this is worth the look-see for y'all out there who's interested in what I just read to y'all about the back. Okay, well, that's by Catalina Leon. Thank you so much for sending me this book. I'm looking forward to reading that one. Okay, the next one looks really interesting too. It's by Jamie Campbell. It's All the Pretty Ghosts. It says, the dead speak to me. 1 year ago, the event swept through the world and wiped out the entire adult population. Now all the children are alone and fending for themselves. Everly Hilton can see ghosts, bridging the gap between the living and the dead. There are so many departed adults she can barely handle her ability. With winter approaching, Everly can't fight the dead any longer. She has to listen to the ghosts in order to understand what caused the event and keep the children alive. That sounds pretty good to me. It's a good size book, and yes, it sounds pretty good. Thank you, Jamie, for sending that to me. I look forward to reading it and putting a review either on here, but definitely on Amazon and Goodreads. All my books that I review, I put a review up on Amazon and Goodreads, and so all my authors can see the reviews there. Okay, go ahead, get down, James. Okay, my dog's down here. Okay, the next one I got sent to me all the way from, I think it's Denmark or Germany, one of the two. But it was very sweet of her to send it to me, by Sue Lloyd, The Diary of Harry Fox. It says, Harry Fox had everything she could wish for in her simple yet perfect world. Growing up in Manchester and settling with the love of her life was bliss. However, life isn't always kind, is it? An untimely death and an unspeakable event tripped Harry over the edge. Her mind is now a tangle of mental torture. Outside just isn't safe anymore. It wasn't always like that. Can Harry find her way to freedom? She wants to tell you her story in the form of a diary. It's honest, raw, and heartbreaking. Prepare yourself. Ooh, that sounds good. I love books that are written like diaries or journals. They're just, I love those. So that's the way this one's written, and yes, that sounds very good. Thank you so much, Sue Lloyd. I am looking forward to reading that too. Gosh, look at that cover. Wow. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, next one is I got sent 3 books by one author, Christine Church. The first 2 books are 2-in-1 series, a vampire series, Fate of the True Vampire series, book 1 and book 2. They're really thin books, so you can get through them really fast, and they sound pretty good. It says, in the most compelling and unique adventure written as translated scripts found by archaeologists, Sands of Time sweeps the reader back to ancient Egypt, where we read the scrolls of Kessi of Giza, the Nile's graceful queen, a hybrid blood drinker with an exciting and exceptional past. Yes, that sounds really good. The second one, it says, deep in the nothingness of the Sahara Desert, an innovative archaeologist finds a written picture text, the first ever known from the ancient world of Egypt, linked to many other scrolls found throughout the world. This one is different and brings to light a primitive mystery, the birth of beings that one day will be called vampires. Wow. And she also made me this bookmark to go with it. She made this for me. Has a little scarab on the end. So pretty. Very nice. She didn't have to do that. That was so sweet of her. But those are the first 2 books in the series of that. And then she wrote this. It's called Beyond Every Mirror. It is going to be a trilogy. It says, besides his own image, Dane Bainbridge sees another, a beautiful ginger-haired beauty. Behind her, red mountains and clouds as if from another world. He's seen her in his entire life, a life filled with glamour and fame and loneliness. For the woman in the mirror is his one true love. But this he does not know, not until he is dragged into her world, one of the beasts and the lands beyond imagination, one where his sacrifice is the only thing keeping her and the world in which she resides alive. So that is going to be, this is a thick book, a thicker book. So that's going to be a trilogy, 3 books in that one. Very pretty cover. So she sent me that one too. Thank you so much, Christine. I appreciate that very much. I'm looking forward to reading all 3 of those. And like I said, I put all my reviews on Goodreads and Amazon. And some of them I will put on here. My next book that I got is called The Strix by Catalina Leon. It says, welcome to Villa Lupas Unungas, the House of the Wolfang. While getting her fortune told in a Wiccan shop in Salem, Massachusetts, Arcona's reality has a screaming meltdown. A past life as an obsessed Celtic witch wakens, and she's flung headfirst into blood rites on a sacred island captured by Romans and sold in the markets of Pompeii as a pleasure slave to the sadistic owner of a gladiatorial school. Seeking revenge against Rome, Arconia lures a lonely Draconian gladiator into her bed and uses dark magic to turn him into an immortal blood-craving slayer, a warlike vampire to be set loose on the empire. That sounds interesting. Just that picture there. That sounds interesting. And she put a book plate in here for another book that she's doing with Michelle Fox called Wild Cards. You can also check that out. She signed the back of that. She signed the book too. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much, Catalina Leon. Okay, the next book is by Tim Van Minten, The Little Yarmouth Abduction. This one says, falsely accused of murder, 12-year-old Evan Pergrin battles through a raging storm to get home to the island of Little Yarmouth, only to find it deserted. Searching for explanations, he finds himself plunged into the savage world of the Conch-Wyoto, an Arctic tribe that turned to piracy after the polar ice cap broke apart. But there is something strangely familiar about these fearsome men and their tattooed faces and memories of the day he lost his leg and his mother in a collision with an iceberg come flooding back. Now Evan must avoid being captured by the police, and while tracking down the missing islanders, prove his innocence in a murder and uncover the mystery of the Arctic tribe that's traveled thousands of miles to Little Yarmouth Island. That's a nice short story. It looks really good. He signed this for me too. That was nice. That sounds like a good little story too. That sounds like it could be also for younger adult too to read. Maybe. So, okay, and I got one more. This I received yesterday by Reissa Nelson, The Dragon Slayer's Sword. This is book 1 of 4. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, so when Astrid Scalding was a child, a dragon chewed her up and spit her out, leaving her body covered with scars. When she grows up and becomes a blacksmith forging swords, Astrid shapeshifts to hide her scars as well as her history. After losing almost everything she cares about, Astrid scrambles to salvage what she can, while one of her own family members is determined to find and destroy her for reasons that harken back to her mysterious past. Ooh, that sounds good. Nice print. That looks good. That sounds good. I like that. Okay. Thank you, Reissa, for sending that to me. I am going to be doing another giveaway, not now, maybe later on toward Christmas. This was one that was asked of me to do. Erica Beth, I don't know how to say that, but it's this one. This is the one that was asked of me to do. It's Allison Through the Looking Glass. I know many of y'all probably got this book, Heartless, and are reading it or have read it. It is really good and I love it so far. I'm not giving this away, but I am going to be giving this away. And I just brought this out because it's kind of the same genre thing, you know, same thing. But yes, my last giveaway went pretty well, and I thought I would do another one. And yes, I'll be doing that. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please continue watching and like and subscribe to my videos. If there's any book you want me to read or any questions you want me to answer, please just comment them below and let me know, and just ask, and just please keep on watching. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. And like I said before, I'm sorry about the halt in videos. I was feeling under the weather, but I'm back now, and it'll try not to happen again. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.